What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today me and Shane are out fishing. We were going to go to a river. We were thinking about a river, but then we decided to come to
the Maythorne Fishery at Southwell.
Maythorne Fishery. Now, I fished here a very, very long time ago with you, old man.
Yeah.
It was pretty good day's fishing. I think it was pretty hot that time.
Yeah.
I had a few, not as many as we've been fishing today so far. We've had a bit of dodgy weather, haven't we?
We have, haven't we? We have, definitely.
It's
hence the reason why I'm in one of these and you're in one of them.
Yeah, I've got the umbrella out. This one doesn't care about an umbrella.
Got nowhere to get wet.
We've had a bit of rain, but it does seem to have gone now.
Yes.
We've cleared up, and we both started. We've got a few different tactics going on, which we'll go down and we'll show you the rigs and show you what we're going through. And baits are really simple. And tactics are pretty simple, to be fair.
As the day's gone on, we've changed tactics to suit.
Yeah. Look at that. This is quite a nice place. I mean, they've got some really big swims here as well. We have had some rain today, so they look a bit muddy, but you can see there's nice swims all the way around. Another water feature down there. There's quite a few fishermen down there at the moment. And then you've got this lovely island, which we all know fish congregate around an island. See, there are fish out there now, just on the surface. There's plenty of them out there. Nice big, relatively sized fish. When I say nice and big and relatively sized fish, I'm not talking to the proper carp anglers out there that are after the 30s and the 40s. You know, I'm happy with a 5 to 10 pound carp. That's a good day's fishing for me. Catching a fish is what it's about. Getting out and catching fish. That's all I'm happy with. You know, yeah, if you catch a whopper, that make my day. Make my day. But if you just want to catch fish, then somewhere here, like here, is a great place to be, because it is relatively easy to catch here. Like I say, plenty of swims, nice island there, and we decided to fish along the front entrance where the car park is for a couple of reasons. Because there's if you can see just here, there's like a cafe restaurant. And obviously, you know, parents bring their kids down, they feed the ducks. Now, that's why bread is the carp are taking the bread so confidently, because they get, you know, the cast-offs of the ducks. They're probably eating bread every other day, you know, almost all the time. So the carp do, a lot of carp, probably not the bigger ones, they're probably the deeper waters, but they do tend to hang down this end, from what Shane said, and it seems to be true. So yeah, that's why we decided to go down that end to make sure we caught for the day, because you know, you can have a great day out just fishing, but you want to catch fish, really, don't you? So yeah, thought we'd go down there, and it seems to have paid out well. We've had a really good day. Yeah, bit of bad weather at the start, but it soon turned out pretty nice, and good day's fishing.
So here we have a beautiful mirror. We actually stalked him, or I actually stalked him. Bit of floating bread, bit of like a controller bubble float. Yeah, took it straight away, probably 3 foot off the bank. Stunning fish. We were going to get him checked over, make sure he's all good, and then we're going to get him back in. I've been coming here for years. Maythorne Fishery is in Southwell, just outside of Newark. It's probably about 5 or 6 miles out. It's stocked full of everything. You can get carp in here, you know, you've had bream, roach, chub even. It's packed full. So we've been fishing for a couple of hours now. We've had plenty of fish. We just had one that very exciting to me. Just stalked him out right at the side here. Been using the old-fashioned bread. So yeah, we're having a great time. It's also day ticket, yeah, so you can get a day ticket if you just come down and start fishing. The bailiff will come round and take your money and so on if you want a little bit of a tips and stuff he'll give you it. It's £10 for 2 rods, which is an absolute bargain because it's, like I say, it's packed full of fish.
Right, so I thought I'd just go through the rig that I'm using. It's really simple, a really simple rig. I've just got a free running Preston ICM feeder, so I can change it at any time. These feeders are brilliant. I've pretty much changed my entire system over to these. If you've never seen them, you can you pop that out, and then that can come straight off. The feeder can come straight off the line, and the only part that stays on is the stem. And then you can put a different, you can put a maggot feeder, you can put a bomb, and all it does is it goes straight through the line, the back of there, straight through, roll the line straight through, and then thread the tube straight back through, and then you are good to go. So that is free running, completely no stops, good to go. If there was a snag or anything, or got caught up on the fish, it would just simply drop off. And then all it comes down to is a quick change bead, which I'll show you here. And it is a very simple quick change bead. There we go. You just tie on there, thread that on first, tie that on, and then you've got a little loop, a little hook, so you can put your hook link on. So pull that down, and there we go. And then I am just using a 3.5 inch hook link, 8-pound hook link, to a size 10 hair. And I'll just show you that there. I'll just take the hair off, the pellet off. There it is, and I'll show you what they are. I've got them here. Very simple rigs. I'm not one to be really, not yet anyway, to be looking at massively complex rigs. So these are ready made. I am starting to tie my own, but these are ready made, £2.95 for 10. I think it's 10, 8 in a pack. My main line is £10 and these are £8. So if anything was going to snap, it would snap just there, and it's a barbless hook, so it will work its way out of the fish, and it's only that's going to be roaming around in the lake, not tons of line or anything stuck. So that's the main thing, fish safety. But I think you'd agree you couldn't get a simpler rig. Nice mirror.
Right, so you think Darren's setup is pretty simple, then mine's going to be a doddle. So with the conditions, I started exactly the same as Darren, and it was successful. But as the day's gone on, I've fished here before, and as the weather becomes better, they come to the surface, you know, and it's a great way to catch fish from the top. So what I've done is I've got a little a bubble float as such. You can add water to this to make it heavier if you was casting out further. But literally I've been casting just around more or less at my feet. It's got 2 little shots either side, which is run down to a basic hair rig, believe it or not, that I've got rid of the air. So all there is just the actual hair with the hook. And then I use a really expensive bait. Yeah, it's called a piece of white bread. And all I've been doing is been getting a little bit like that, and what I've been doing is just trapping it, with my fingertips like that, so the hook's still showing. So when they've been coming up, they've been absolutely nailing it, to be honest. They've been wiping it away, and the golden rule for me, I mean, everybody's got their own way of fishing, but I wait for the bubble to move, and then I literally just give it a quick flick, almost like a strike, but not as such, because they're probably already up themselves, and that's it, we're away. But yeah, that's great. One thing I will say is, when you're watching this, is make sure you've got permission to use bread on such a ponds like this, because not every fishery lets you use bread for top surface, ducks, etc. So it might be just one thing, just wherever you're going, just do a little bit of research regarding what baits you can use. The rod I'm actually using, instead of using a carp rod, I'm using a Sonic barbel rod. Now it's only a 2 pound test curve, so it's not as strong as like the 2.5 or 275 or 3 pound test curves. It's got a little bit of play in it. I'm using a Shimano 6000 reel, which was ideal for the setup that we had on earlier on. It's a 12 pound line, straight through, and then the ear rig is actually a bought hair rig instead of me making it myself. And the reason why is because the pack of hooks these days is just as much as what the ear rigs cost already made up.
Right, so what am I using for baits? So I've got chocolate orange sticky Sonos bait sticky chocolate orange. I'll show you them. So that's the bag. That's the bag, and they really do smell of chocolate orange. But they're sticky mix, so they're 2mm pellet. As you can see there, they're 2mm pellet. You just add a bit of water to them, leave them for 5-10 minutes, and then I just slowly, gradually add water. I add a little bit, and then come back in 5 minutes, give them a mix. If they feel wet enough, then they're good, and you'll know that you can just start. They just stick. And then I've got, like I say, I've got the Preston feeder. Put them into the mould. And there we go. That is how I am presenting them. Just in that little mould, which has got the quick release, pushes out. There we go. Sticky chocolate orange pellets, and then I've got a red robin on the hair. I have been changing my bait on the actual hair. I started with chocolate orange wafter, then I've gone to normal various different pellets, and I'm just cycling through them at the moment because they're taking pretty much anything on the bottom today. They are feeding quite heavy, which is good. This gets quite a bit of bait down there. They seem to be loving it, and then I am putting some ground bait over the top, and I'll show you my ground bait now. My ground bait is it's a bit of a hodgepodge, to be fair. It's got some as you can see, it really is a real hodgepodge of stuff in there. Now it's some fish meal ground bait, a cup of that. Then there's some super sweet ground bait in there, like a cup of that. There's some 2mm halibut pellets in there, and then there is some crushed up boilies. I had a load of boilies which I didn't want anymore, so I just blended them all up into a big tub, and I've got them in the garage. And then I just put a scoop of them in, and then yeah, it's just really, as you can see, it's colourful, it stinks. And no one is going to have the same as that on here wherever I go, because it's got a scoop of this, a scoop of that, and a couple of pellets, a couple of this, bit of that, bit of boilie in there. No one's got the same. No one, you know, you could come onto a place and they both have super sweet. You could come to a place and they both got red robin, you know, or halibut or something like that. But no one's going to have that because I put bits of this, bits of that in. So that's where my little edge is, I suppose. They seem to be loving that, so I'm chucking a few balls of that in every now and again, along with the method going in, and yeah, seems to be working a treat. Not the biggest carp in the world, but beautiful nonetheless. Just caught on the sticky method, sticky pellet, chocolate orange sticky pellets, and a nice red robin pellet. Look at that. It's probably about my 25th carp of the day. We've had loads, but that is brilliant. Let's get it back. Right, we are all packed up, ready to go. Been a good day's fishing.
Had an absolute cracking day. Plenty of fish.
Yes.
Plenty of fish.
But I think it's fair to say, I mean, easy have over £100 in weight each.
I reckon so.
Of carp, and you caught a big. It was a roach, but it might have been a chub. It was a bit weird.
A little bit of something.
But yeah, but it was piddling down rain at the time, so the cameras weren't rolling. But yeah, we've had sunshine, we've had rain, we've had proper rain, and then yeah, it turned out to be quite a nice day in the end. But yeah, these kind of fisheries, we all know them. Some of them are just they're that type of fishery that are really easy to fish.
Yeah, we've had plenty of fish, haven't we?
Yeah.
And the little fish do fight. We've had a great time with them, haven't we?
Yeah, they do. And to be fair, we haven't had any monsters. No. I mean, I think the bailiff said they go up to 26 in here. We've seen nothing past what 8 to 10.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would be the challenge on these kind of places is to try to get them 20 pluses out.
Of course.
But if you're just after fish, then this was a great thing. But yeah, so
confidence booster, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, great, simple tactics, simple rigs, simple tackle.
Yeah. And my expensive bread.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, pellet and bread. If you've liked this video, then feel free to like and subscribe. If you've got any hints, tips, recommendations,
anything they want us to do,
constructive feedback, then drop it in the comments below. Be kind. I'm happy to take constructive feedback, just not abuse. But yeah, if you've got anything you want us to try, anywhere you want us to go, anything you want us to anything you want to see or try and catch, then drop it in the comments below, and we'll see if we can oblige.
We'll try.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Howdy.